we had. And it was a weekend, and I thought I will finally escape Wrocław and go and check out this city that everyone said is just a bigger, nicer version of this city. So I decided to go to Krakow. My very first time. Do you know about couch surfing?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I don't have to explain that. But I found a couch surfing host. It was a girl from Romania, and I thought, oh my god, this is my lucky date. Middle of summer, nice weather, going to a nice city, hopefully a nice girl from Romania. It's going to be a great weekend. So I woke up one day, I made a good breakfast, which I don't usually do, but on that day I did. I packed my bag, I went to the bus station and took my bus. But I had this nagging feeling at the back of my head that I have forgotten something. But you know, it's going to be a great day. I don't care if I forgot something. I took out my book. Thankfully, the seat right next to me was completely empty, so I just stretched my legs, laid like how we Pakistanis do in our buses, and started reading a book. 90 minutes of bliss. Nothing happened. I was reading the book. Everything was going fine. Reading a book and dreaming about the weekend. Then it stopped. Stopped in the middle of nowhere, on the highway. And there comes one man dressed in this army uniform, enter the bus and says, "Take out your passports and ID cards." I said, okay, no problem. So I open my bag, I look in the first pocket, no passport, second pocket, no passport, pants, no passport. Huh. Now I know what I forgot. Now, these days I have this residence card, so it doesn't matter if I carry my passport. That was the first year I had. I had just one visa on my passport, which allowed me to stay here. And I didn't have it with me. So thoughts started to go through my mind. I'm going to get deported today. This is not going to be an awesome day, as I imagined. Maybe if I just break this window and jump outside and run, hopefully they will let me go. So then, no, that's too crazy. You cannot do this. This is a foreign country. Already they think you are an illegal immigrant. Let's be more thoughtful. And how can I prove that I legally live in Poland and I am not just illegal immigrant from somewhere? I looked in my wallet and I had this debit card from a Polish bank. Now I thought, and that was my logic, that if a Polish bank would give me a debit card in Poland, they must have checked if I lived here legally, yes? So if I show this card to him, it should prove to him that I live here legally. Sound logic. Guy was slowly checking everyone's ID cards and passports. And can you imagine, why would it happen in the middle of Poland? Like, I'm going from Wrocław to Krakow. Usually they don't even check passports when you go from Wrocław to Berlin or all the way to Madrid. You don't get checked. But I decided to go from Wrocław to Krakow and somehow stop the bus and ask me for my passport the day I didn't have it. The guy starts coming slowly towards me. As he comes to my seat, I give him my debit card. He looks at the card, looks at me, then looks at the card. Come down with me. Okay, this is not going well. I take my backpack, I follow him downstairs. Out of the bus, there are two other guards, as big as him, standing there. He tells me to stand there with them and tells the driver to go away. And as I see my bus, my dreams, my awesome weekend just racing past on the highway to Krakow, while I was standing there surrounded by these three big guys, not knowing what is going to happen next. They said, "Get in the car." And I said, "But where are we going?" Now I didn't have to wait for the answer because I saw his look and I saw his hand going towards his taser and the handcuffs he had on his belt, and I said, okay, no problem, let's go. I went into the car. They didn't speak any English, to be honest, so it was very hard to communicate. They took me to some police station, somewhere close to Katowice. And I was thinking what to do. So I took out my phone and I wrote to my friend, "I need help, I am in custody," and that's it. Now I could see that he's calling, but I couldn't pick up because I was kind of surrounded and I was not sure if I'm allowed to pick phones or no. It was a very strange situation. Finally we reached this office and I enter and there is this dark corridor. Something you would see in a horror movie, you know, with one light at the end of the corridor that's blinking a bit. Somehow an image that made me think that this is going to be end of my stay in Poland. Then comes their boss. He comes to me and he says, "Where's your passport?" I said, "It's at home." "It's at home." So he said, "Well, we cannot be sure that you are legally living here. We have to see some kind of proof." So I said, "Okay, what can we do?" Well, he said, "It's a weekend, it's the middle of, Saturday. Nothing is open at this time, nothing can happen. So you're going to stay here the whole weekend. And on Monday, when everyone comes back to office, we will decide what to do with you." And I said, "Oh shit." Jail in Pakistan is not a very nice place. And I don't know about Poland, but I can assume that it's not a nice place. And all those fears were going through my mind that what's going to happen on this or the weekend. When I thought, okay, now I have to call someone. I called my friend who fortunately has a girlfriend who was studying law at that time. So I talked with her and she was Polish, so she started talking with the boss of the manager and they talked for 5 minutes. I didn't know what is going on. And then she told me, "Okay, there is a solution. All we have to do is to go to your home, pick up your passport, go to Wrocław airport, get someone to check it for that it's legal. They will communicate to this guy and he will let you go." I said, "Okay, that's fine. Problem solved. Can you please go?" They said, "Yes, we can go." So I sat there in that dark corridor, not knowing what is going to happen, for what seemed like an eternity. But it was just 1 hour. After 1 hour, nothing happened, so I called my friend, just to check where they are. I hope that they might have reached the airport by now. Guess what they were doing? They were having a lazy Saturday breakfast. Those guys had just started dating. The last thing they wanted on a Saturday morning was to go to an airport to get somebody's passport checked. So they said, "Zan, wait, we will go." 3 more hours, guys. 3 more hours. I sat in that corridor until they went all the way to airport, got my passport checked, and they informed this guy that, yes, he's legal, he's not illegal, you can let him go. And I said, "Okay, yes, finally, awesome weekend back. I can go to Krakow, I can meet this girl." And they started saying something like, "Mandat, mandat." Now, it was the 6 months in Poland, so I thought that they're saying mandate, it's something you get after you win an election. I didn't know what election has to do with what is going on here, so I said, "What are you talking about?" They said, "You have to pay a fine because it's a law in Poland. If you don't have your ID, even a Polish person, if they don't have an ID and they get asked for it and they cannot produce, they have to pay a fine, 300 zloty. I said, "I don't have any cash." He said, "No problem, just get in our car, we'll take you to the ATM, you can get it from there." They were kind enough to take me to the ATM. I took the 300 zloty, I gave to them, they gave me a nice paper with signature and everything. And I said, "Oh, finally, Krakow, here I come, yay!" And I asked them, "Guys, where can I get the bus to Krakow?" And the guy just looked at me like as if I'm an idiot. "You cannot go to Krakow. You need to go back to your home. You don't have an ID card. You cannot be without your ID card. That's the bus to Wrocław. Take it, and that's the only bus you can take." I could feel all the dreams just crashing, and I just wrote to this girl that I cannot come, didn't explain what happened. I took that bus, and as if what has already happened was not enough, there was one more thing that had to happen. That bus, it seemed like, was taken right from 1950s communist time and put into 2013 Katowice for me to drive. What should take 1.5 hours, 90 minutes of bus ride took 4 hours because that bus went through every small village between Katowice and Wrocław until I got exactly 12 hours later back in my room, completely lost and not having an awesome weekend. That was the time I first tried to escape Wrocław.